Hi, this is Jonah Dempsey, and I'm in Ibiza. I'm going to talk a little bit about the human need of uncertainty slash variety. I'm an uncertainty variety person, so this means that I have a strong sort of directed prioritization of novelty, of keeping my options open, of doing everything I can to sort of maintain open options and perhaps even getting panicked or anxious when I lose options, when I don't have options, when options go away, that sort of gives me anxiety because there's this sort of fundamental fear of being trapped. And in my case, as an uncertainty person, it's the fear of being trapped because I've run out of options. For a certainty person, they're also afraid of being trapped, but they're afraid of being trapped because they haven't picked the right way forward. They haven't picked the right pathway. So for the certainty people, they're really looking for their ideal path. As an uncertainty person, I'm really looking for, you know, keeping my options open, having as many paths as possible, and not wanting to eliminate the paths as much. How can you tell someone's an uncertainty person? They tell new random stories. So there's a little rule of thumb heuristic from Dave Powers. It's actually really useful here. Significance people tell you me stories. Connection love people tell you we stories. Certainty people tell you the same old story. And uncertainty people tell you new random stories. So I'm an uncertainty significance person. Certainty, uncertainty are opposed. So because those are opposite for each other, then you can only be one or the other as your savior state. And then the other opposition is significance and connection. So significance, connection are, as we already looked at, opposed. Significance, connection are basically two opposite priorities when it comes to people. You're either prioritizing doing something important yourself, or you're prioritizing being supportive and helpful to others and having that connection and love with other people. Um, so, and then certainty, uncertainty are very obviously opposed because you're either collecting and gathering new options or you're eliminating old options. So by this point, you should have enough information to potentially try to self-type and to type others. It is not easy. I will just say it's possible to have the wrong self-type or the wrong type assessment for years. It is not easy at all. And at the same time, you might get lucky and this might really click for you, and then you might be able to be accurate right away. The reason it's not easy is because there's a lot of assumptions around uncertainty. People have it so easy and really easy time with chaos and a really easy time with the future. Um, or not, I guess not the future, but new random things coming in from the future. And it actually takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of effort. The savior state actually requires a lot of work, and it's more just the willingness to do the work. And the same thing with the assumptions that go into the certainty people. Certainty people, we may assume that they, have it so easy being to narrow down what the right option is. It's not. They put so much effort into it. And it's very hard to let go of the other options. So yeah, there's a lot of assumptions that go into it. I would just say for now, if you're trying to figure out what priorities you have, really look at the significance versus connection dichotomy as the me story or the we story. Which story do you tell? What's your story? If you're trying to figure out someone else, what stories are they telling? Are they telling me stories or we stories? And then if you're trying to figure out certainty versus uncertainty, that dichotomy, look at same old story or new random story. I'm an uncertainty guy, so I'll tell you a lot of new random. I'll tell you a lot of, I was at a restaurant yesterday and here's what I had, or I went to a bookstore, I got this book, and things like that. Um, okay, more soon.